Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm delighted this morning to have everybody knows him in the travel industry. Everybody knows what's going on because he is so good at communicating. But he is Steve Williams, and he is from MSC. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Graham. Great to see you. How are we
And
today?
not too bad, not too bad at all.
Excellent.
Steve, I think you'd have to be have been in a nuclear bomb shelter not to know that you launched yesterday the 2026
We did,
Southampton
yes.
cruises.
Yeah. Apologies. I'm fairly prolific on social media, so apologies to everyone for me bombarding them with news and updates. But it's such a fabulous platform to get the message out quickly to so many people. So we do like to use Facebook and all the various social media platforms, but say it is a great way to communicate quickly and get that news story out there rather than plowing through your emails and looking for updates. So yes, yes. So
Oh,
yeah, we
that's
went
good.
on
Oh,
sale yesterday. Virtuosa Summer 2026. Um, Earlier than usual, Graham, much earlier. So we made the decision. Well, we were challenged, I should say, about 6 months ago by some trade partners. They said that they would love to see MSC, which forms a core part of their cruise market now, a significant part. And we're normally a bit later to the party, if I'm honest, which means choice is limited, I guess. So they challenged us and said, we would love to see you go on sale. And if you can achieve it, be the first cruise line that goes on sale for 26. So it's been a journey the last 6 months to secure the ship with Geneva, our head office, then obviously do the itinerary planning, and all that's happened. And yeah, we were able to pull it off. So we're the first mainstream cruise line to go on sale for 26. I say very much driven by our partners, but also consumers. We've got a lot of guests on board, Graham, that have cruised Virtuosa 10, 15 plus times now because, 26 will be her sixth season. And the love for that ship is really strong amongst the regular cruisers. And they wanted to see that ship back. And I think where we are in the world and the financial crisis and everything, people like to plan. And, you can secure a booking for just £100 deposit, but being able to book further out, I think from a budget point of view, allows guests to budget, and be it they pay in, monthly installments or however. I know lots of partners have payment schemes in place. I think it just works for guests. Now, obviously, it's not for everybody, and some people like to go, well, I want to get away this Saturday, and of course we've got demand and we've got cabins for that, but having been open for 24 hours, it's very clear there's an appetite and demand for cruises 2 years out, which is
cool.
good
Well,
news.
perhaps we could. I mean, I don't know if you've got any, after 24 hours, got any feedback on data. I mean, the
I
home
do.
porting at
I
Southampton
do.
and various itineraries.
Yeah.
What's
So we've
popular?
got, if I give a summary, we've got 25 itineraries for the season, starting on April 20th through to October, and we've got a huge number of durations. So we've got starting 2 night party cruises, and we do market them as party cruises because it's very much what they are. You get on board, I think people hit the bars. Are you getting a real cruise experience? No. You go on to have a party, couple of days off. So we do market those party cruises. Then you move up to what we call the shorts, which is the 3, 4, and 5 nighters, where they are more akin to what we would call a taster cruise. So we've got a number of 3, 4, 5 nighters. What's nice is on the 4 nighters, we made the decision to drop a port, but take the ship over to Cove in Southwest Ireland, and we're doing an overnight in Cove. So I don't know if you've been there. It's a beautiful little Irish traditional town on the southwest coast. All the lovely little painted taverns and restaurants and houses, very pretty. So the ship will dock in there, and then she has 2 full days in Cove. So you can go out in Cove in the evening and enjoy the fabulous Irish hospitality that our friends across the pond are known for. So that could be quite interesting. in the
Yeah.
pubs that evening with 6,500 beer swilling Brits. Then we go up to the 7-nighters, and we've got 3 fjords itineraries, and we've got 6 Atlantic coasts. What we've done for 26, we're taking the ship down further. So we're going down to Lisbon, Bilbao, so getting further down the coast to the sort of sunshine spots. Bilbao, great city, Lisbon. So we're taking the ship further down the coast. We've then got a new 9-nighter in the summer holidays. And we had a 4-night and a 5-night plan. We decided to put it together. And how far can we get the ship in 9 nights? We can actually get her down to the Med. So there's a new 9-night Med, which calls at Gibraltar. It's the first time Virtuoso is going to Gibraltar, Cadiz, Malaga, Lisbon, and that's on the 20th of August. And then we've got 3 12-night Canary Island itineraries. Again, a school holidays, a May and a late season. Then you have your core 14-night Mediterranean itineraries, of which we have 3. Of course, summer holidays are covered with those. So there really is a duration and destination for everybody. Sorry, I've forgotten one new one. We've got a new 14-night Iceland and fjords. So that's going to go Southampton, Cove, up, does 3 ports call in Iceland with an overnight in Reykjavik. Then it goes round to the fjords, sails through the fjords, and then back down to Southampton. That's something we've wanted to do for quite a long time, but we think 26 is the right year now to put that in. Interestingly, looking at the data from day one booking, and I'm delighted to see this, our top 2 sellers, our number 1 bestseller was the 20th of August, 9-night, that Med sailing that I talked about, which is great. So our gut feeling was right. And the second best-selling itinerary was the 6th of June, which is the 14-night Iceland and Fjords itinerary. So the 2 brand new itineraries we put in. So that's
good.
really encouraging to see.
Does that give you a feeling that perhaps in 27 and 28 that you should be looking at new itineraries rather than remaining on the sort of the old and the tried and trusted?
I think it's challenging because obviously from Southampton, there is only so far you can get in a 14-day period. But, you know, we are already looking at itinerary planning. You know, you need to get the ports booked. There is only so much you can do. And I think it's always gauging the appetite and the balance of what guests want. You know, I mean, if I went back to a couple of years ago, we had a lot of fjord sailings, almost too many. I think we had 6, 7 different fjords itineraries, and it was almost like we had an imbalance of fjords itineraries. Whereas for 26, we've got 3. So you want to be able to offer the choice, but then balance it with different itineraries, different destinations. I think what we've got in for 26 is a really nice mix of, I think there's culture, there's scenery and nature when you're going up to Iceland, fjords, those types of cruises. You've got sunshine cruises down to the Med and that 9-nighter I talked about. People that don't want to splash out or don't want to go for longer, you've got those short itineraries, which are quite port rich. I mean, on the 5-night itinerary at Southampton, you've got 4 ports of call in that. So they're quite port rich, doing places like Bruges and Rotterdam. But you are limited. And of course, what we are missing at the moment, and we know is popular, is the routes up through the Baltics and St. Petersburg. But, you know, that isn't on the agenda right now, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. You know, we're selling 2 years out now. 27, 28, it could be a possibility if the political situation changes, because we do know they're popular going up through the Baltic capitals. But St. Petersburg is kind of the jewel in the crown of that. So you want to do that when St. Petersburg is available and an option to do. So yeah, you're limited to an extent. But I think it's just, we try and put choice in. So we don't want to do the same rotation week after week. So we try and offer something for everybody. And I think that's what we've achieved in 26. And we've been quite smart, Graham, with looking at short cruises over bank holiday weekends, tying up 7-night cruises for the Whitsun May week and October half-term week, so people can really go, right, okay, let's take a 7-night holiday. I only need to take 5 days annual leave. So a lot of thought and planning has gone into it. So I think it's a pretty smart season that we've ended up with.
Good. It sounds all very exciting. And I think the other thing that I was aware of, that you're now doing a status match on a loyalty scheme.
Yeah, so I mean, MSC, we were the first cruise line to offer status match, and I can't shout loud enough to kind of the agent community. Um, it could be that you're in a hotel scheme, so Hilton Honors or IHG or something, and you could be top tier, or you're with another cruise line partner, and it may be they're really interested in cruising MSC, but they don't want to let go of the benefits that they've earned as a loyal guest of said cruise line, for example. We've always done status match, and it is very popular because what we will do is match people across into the respective tier within MSC, and then they will come in at whatever level with us, get our benefits, but then they also are applicable for a discount for being in our status match program. So they would then benefit from getting an early booking discount. So it's an absolute win-win. The customer doesn't lose anything. They stay within their respective program. They come into our program at a good level. So that's a real benefit, and I absolutely would advocate. It's a very simple process. There's an online process for them to status match people across. But yeah, if you've got guests that are thinking we want to try MSC, but we don't want to let go of what we've got, that's a great way to do it. And they move across to our Voyagers Club, which is our loyalty program. Once you're in the Voyagers Club, there's lots and lots of added benefits. For example, if you book 12 months in advance, you get a 5+5 discount and you get double Voyager Club points. If you book 6 months out before departure date, you get the 5+5 discount. And anyone booking last minute, so within 6 months, you get a 5% Voyager Club's discount. In addition, depending on what tier you are, silver, gold, and diamonds, they get an additional $50, £50, or €50, depending on what market we're sailing in, credit per person booking more than 9 months in advance. So it's an absolute win-win for your guests. They get a great discount. They get benefits on board, be it specialty dinings, complimentary, etc., etc. So yeah, really good scheme for them to get them signed into.
And that can all be booked through their travel agent?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All we need is a screenshot of their loyalty card. That's all we need. Very simple.
Well, Steve, thank you very much for your time. It's been a very comprehensive overview of your 2026 program, which I appreciate, and I'm sure our viewers will. And the use of social media and getting the news out, I think, is admirable for an online publication. We fully applaud that. And I think it puts a personal touch on it. I think you've done an extraordinary good job in the last 8 years or whatever it is you've been there.
Thank you very much. I mean, we've come a long, long way, Graham. I don't recognise the cruise line I joined 8 years ago, and I'm very proud of what we've achieved. And there's more to go. And we say MSC stands for more ships coming. And we got lots of new ship launches coming. Our next World America launches next spring and is going to be based out in Miami. There's another 3 ships behind her in the world class. So it's a never-ending journey. So I will be very active and busy on social media for some time to come.
Good man. Well, thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, Graham. Great to catch up. Thanks for your time today.
Bye.
Bye.